There was once a businessman sitting by the beach in a small village, trying to relax after weeks of stress because of his work. While looking out on the water, he sees a fisherman pulling in his boat. Intrigued, he goes up to him and asks, "How long does it take to catch these fish?" The fisherman responds, "Oh, just a few hours." "Then how come you don't stay out longer and catch more?" says the businessman. The fisherman replies, "Well, this is enough to feed my family." "So what do you do with the rest of your day?" the businessman asks. "Well, after I finish in the morning, I go back and play with my kids. Then I take a nap with my wife. Then the evening arrives and I hang out with my buddies and we sing, dance and chat." Skeptical, the businessman begins to sell his idea. "Well, if you work longer hours and caught more fish, you could then buy more boats and hire more fishermen. You'd then be able to set up a company and distribute food throughout the country." Confused, the fisherman asks, "And then what happens?" "By then, you could move into a bigger house and in a nicer village and you could run a fishing empire." "And then what?" asks the fisherman. "And then you could finally retire, wake up early to go fishing on your own, play with your kids, have a nice afternoon nap with your wife, and at night spend time with your closest friends." Puzzled, the fisherman answered, "Isn't that what I'm already doing?" What's up guys, welcome back to Under His Footsteps. Very nice story, right, about the fisherman and the businessman. But what's nicer are the lessons that you can learn from the story. So here it goes. We unfortunately live in a society where we are always paying attention to the things we lack rather than focusing on the things we already have in life. We always forget all the beautiful things that life has given us and that we have to be grateful for, because every day life is giving us lots of miracles, but unfortunately most of the time we forget about them or we do not even pay attention to them. But on the other hand, we are always looking for more clients, more money, more work, thinking that it's gonna make us happy. But guess what? Every time we get something, we're gonna be wanting something more, and this is a cycle that never ends. It is important to know that happiness comes from within us. It doesn't come from material things. And when we recognize this is when you can really be truly happy, from the happiness that comes from within, because this is the true happiness. Happiness that is related to material things is just a temporary happiness that's gonna fade away by the time actually. So it is very essential in life to recognize all the things we are grateful for, because every person has lots of things to be grateful for. Our friends, our families, the bed we can sleep on, the apartment we have, our health, lots of things. The list goes on. And it is very essential to recognize that the true happiness comes from the small miracles in life. When we begin to recognize the small miracles we have in life, this is where life is gonna send us more and more miracles to be grateful for. To be rich is not to have lots of money and lots of companies. To be rich is to be able to enjoy every day of our lives and make the most out of every moment we have in this life. The person who is really rich is the person who gets to sleep at night, who gets to go to bed at night with a smile on his face, not the person who has millions of dollars but at the same time is living a stressful life. You see how in the story, the businessman with all his money is living a very stressful life and is not happy about his life. However, the fisherman with his simple life is enjoying his time to the maximum, spending time with his kids, singing and dancing with his friends. So in this case, if we want to compare the two of them, who is the wealthier? Of course, in my opinion, it's the fisherman. And here I would like to say one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most interesting and beautiful quotes of Horace that talks about the subject and that says, "Happy the man and happy he alone, he who can call this day his own. He who, secure within, can say, tomorrow do thy worst, for I have lived today." And one last lesson I would like to talk about is how much does money cost? I mean, it is surely nice to have money to be able to buy a nice car, to be able to travel, to have a nice house. But at the same time, it is always important to recognize the essential things in life. It is important to remember that the more we are driven by money, the more stress is gonna bring into our lives. So it's very important every time we wanna take action to ask ourselves the question, is it really worth it? Is this thing really gonna bring me happiness in the future? because we should always have in mind that every financial gain has a price and has a cost in our lives. Finally, I would like to end by saying that the most important thing is really to enjoy our lives to the fullest, enjoy every moment in our lives, just like the fisherman is doing, and also just like one, in my opinion, one of the most inspirational speeches in the movie Dead Poets Society, which is this one.
Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
I hope you liked this video, and I really wish that each and every one of you gets to live his or her life to the fullest and enjoy all the miracles that life has to offer. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you like this video, and also leave me a comment below. I would like to know your opinions about this subject. Also, not forget to follow me on my Instagram account at Wanderer's Footsteps for all my challenges, my new posts and stories that I post every day. And for the time being, I'll be seeing you next time. Cheers!